Hello. Hi, my friends. My name is Catherine Varadi. I'm an artist who lives in Budapest, Hungary, which is situated in the center of Europe. And I am with you today to share the news we have here in Hungary. And those are not so glorious news. The opposite, the news are rather outrageous because sorry, I'm just looking for my notes to this stream, not to this video. In Hungary, maybe a week ago, our government announced that the prices for energy, both for electricity and gas, will grow starting from the 1st of August this year. So that means that it will go up in approximately 1 week's time. And actually, we are all normal people, so we live in the world and we know that prices used to grow up. But in this case, it's not just going up a little bit. They are growing to the extent we couldn't imagine, because the electric energy will be 200% more expensive. So it will grow in 2 times. And concerning the gas, it's even much more terrible, because the prices for gas in Hungary are going to grow for 700%. That means that gas energy will be 7 times more. And so starting from August, all of us will get new bills. And I think, it's just objective fact that this kind of growth and this kind of emerging prices is for the first time in Hungary, and it will have a murderous impact on all of families and all of Hungarian people, because for those who are not so wealthy, of course they have smaller houses, but in their cases they don't have too much money to pay the bills. And Hungary is not a wealthy country at all. In the last years, it's getting more and more poor. And if we speak about more wealthy people, we can say that, okay, they have more money, but they normally have bigger houses. Maybe they have their house and their office and summer house and so on. And so the bills they will receive, they will be tremendous. And okay, so we can say, if you are wealthy, please sell your real estate and move into a smaller house. But how can you do it when everything goes up? So that means that the price for all real estate and the market of the real estate will just stop for a longer period, because people would not be able to afford having real estate. And I think that when we speak about growing prices, it's always better to have figures, because okay, I'm not a mathematician, I'm a philologist, but I also have to paint. I have to paint, yes, but I have to count money sometimes. I don't like it, but I have to. So let's speak about figures. The minimum wage in Hungary is approximately 500 euros a month. The minimum pension in Hungary is approximately 325 euros a month. So you can see that the numbers are not high at all. So let's take a person whom I know personally. It's my mother-in-law, mother of my husband. She worked. They had, with her husband, with my father-in-law, who has died already, they were farmers. And so their pension is small enough. In Hungary, it's usual thing that farmers get a smaller pension. So her pension is a minimum one, approximately 325 euros a month. And at the moment, she pays approximately 125 euros for her utility expenses. So it's a little bit more than 1/3 of her pension. And say when we speak about 125 euros, we can say that she pays 25 euros for water, 75 for electric energy, and 25 for gas. She has a gas heating, but as she is in a village, she heats with wood mainly, so that's why her gas expenses are not so high. And when we implement the new prices, then we can say that the water expenses, let's imagine they are not growing, it's 25. Instead of 75 euros she paid for electricity, she will pay 130. And she paid 25 for gas, and she will pay 175 for gas. So the whole utility expenses, the whole sum of her expenses will be 330 euros a month, while her pension is 325 euros a month. So that means she has to spend more money than she has just for her community expenses. She can't buy either food or drinks or any clothing or anything for those money. Of course, in our case, she has her children who can help her, but by the way, everybody will have problems with that. So the problem is that I couldn't imagine in my life that this kind of growing expenses can exist at all, and those new prices can be implemented in so short time. So you can imagine people couldn't get prepared. So you can change the mode of heating. So you can buy something, you can heat with wood, or you can heat with electric power, but you don't have time for that. So August, okay, it's not so cold period, but people have already planned their summer vacation, so they can't just leave everything and build in a new heating mode. People couldn't buy new electric devices that use less electricity. So I can say we are facing a really very hard period of our life, and I would ask you to write me in your comments what is the situation in your countries, because as I know, in Germany also we have those big energy prices growing every month, and in other countries of Europe too. So I would be really happy if you share with me how you cope and how you feel. And I can say that, of course, it's very easy now to explain that we have war here in Hungary, in Europe, so that's why the prices are growing. But now, Hungary is in the center of scandal, saying that Prime Minister of Hungary is the best friend of Russians, and so on and so forth. So we don't speak about big friendship, we're just speaking about our Prime Minister trying to get the best conditions for gas and oil, because we don't have other source of energies. And even in our case, we have those really terrible growing of prices. So it has nothing to do with the war. And what is the reason, we can't say, but I don't want to talk always about terrible things. For me, as an artist, why it is important? Because I had a choice to make. I have to decide whether I want to stop painting and go back to the company and or seek for another job, or I can go on making my studio, painting, making artworks, selling artworks, taking part into exhibitions, building my own own brand, and so on and so forth. So after discussing with my husband, with my children, with the whole family, we decided I'm going on painting because I'm successful. I'm making sales, so my artworks are popular. So I decided to go on this way, and I really am very happy because I love painting, and would be very painful for me if I had to stop it because of growing energy prices. And I also thought whether I can save on art materials. But I am very happy that, I'm coming from Russia. I lived in Soviet Union, and when we were short of everything, and so we have some kind of genetics that makes us make stocks of everything we have. So for me, it's better to have things getting rotten in the fridge than to have nothing at home. So I always used to have stock of everything. And the same is with all art materials. So I have a lot of oil paints, I have a lot of watercolor, acrylic, soft pastel, canvas, and paper. So I think that even after our prices get higher, I can cope and I can work without big investments for some time. And another reason for what I don't want to buy cheaper materials is that for me it's very expensive. Oh, sorry, speaking about money makes it use words expensive, cheap, and I didn't want to say this. When I paint my artworks, I give my positive energy with it. I am happy. I am inside my artwork, and I'm feeling so big gratitude and happiness and joy when I'm painting, that I'm sure that those positive energies are passed to those who watch my artworks. For those who buy those artworks, they have a source of this positive energy on their wall. But when I start saving on the materials, buying cheaper ones, I cannot be sure that the quality is the same. And also when I paint, I will always think, oh, I wanted to pay with Unison pastel, which is expensive for me, and so I'm trying to paint with worse ones, and I'm not sure the quality is the same, that it will behave fine after 20 years or 30 years. So this energy of saving, energy of doubt, of unpleasant emotions, I suppose they would be reflected in my artworks. So that's why I decided to stay on the position I am on, and to go on with the same materials, with the same quality and quantity of paintings I had. So I hope that everything will be fine, because I think that if you live with hope and with love, you have all the chances to be happy and to cope in all the difficult situations. So let's stay together, let's stay with love, with good mood, and please leave me your comments and your thoughts. Please share with me your information. I am with you. Thank you, and have a really very nice day today. Goodbye.